Hi everybody, welcome back to our channel. Today I have a special guest, Stone. He's sleeping, well resting I guess I should say. We are going to go ahead and do a gear haul today, and I'm not sure if I'm getting everything, like there's going to be a few items that are not in with all of this, but I'll kind of try to list them and maybe add some pictures at the end or just kind of tell you about them. There is a lot to get through, so this may be a kind of long video. I'm hoping that you guys enjoy, and if you have any questions, please feel free to comment down below or send me a message. You can also check us out on Instagram. We have @ServiceDogStone, and we also have @PolandVlogs, sorry, @PolandVlogs, and those are our main two Instagrams that we will be using. And if you're here for the Service Dog stuff, Service Dog Stone all the way. If you're here for a little bit of everything, then Poland Vlogs. I'm going to try not to do too much cross-posting in the beginning. It's going to happen just because I'm trying to get the word out there about our channel, and, you know, just because I can. So to start off, I am going to go ahead and start probably with the essential. Okay, they're not really essential, but I feel they're essential. How about that? Okay, so I shouldn't even call them essentials, but in my dog gear, which this is going to be like dog gear, dog care stuff. So first off, I have these collapsible bowls, and if you see me looking at myself, it's because I'm checking to make sure I'm in the viewfinder. And I just got these at Walmart, not sponsored by anything that I'm about to show you. Nothing is sponsored. I paid for everything with my own money, no discounts, nothing like that. Although I do have a discount code for 2 of the items that will be in my haul, or my, well, yeah, gear haul, whatever. I will put those down in the description bar. That way you can use those. But anyways, first off, bowls. I carry these with me in my bag as well as in each vehicle that we have, just in case if we're out and about and need to give Stone water or my other dog. So just take this that I do have a second dog, so if she travels with us, the normal pet supplies are for her and Stone. The service dog stuff is just for Stone. So I just want to clear that up. This is the bag I usually use. And what you're seeing in here is actually all of Stone's records. So it has his medical information, what he's been like treated for, any illnesses he's had, any vaccinations, deworming, any of that. There looks like a lot of crap in here, but it's all mine. So then we'll move on here. Next off, for our essentials, I usually carry with me a pair of nail clippers, as well as a nail Dremel. Usually I use this on Stone, however my other dog doesn't like the sound of it, so she gets nail clippers. I also use this on Stone because if he's doing an alert, I want his nails to be smoother so that he doesn't scratch me up as bad, because my skin will get very irritated very quickly. Next, brush. Don't need to spend much time on that. Few items here. We've got, this is a little poop bag dispenser. There's obviously none in it because I need to refill this one in particular, but I also carry them in several different ways, like throughout my car, in my purse, in my treat bag, pretty much anywhere you can put them, I've got them. The next thing I've got going on here is, now my trainer doesn't think that you necessarily need them. However, I did go ahead and buy these when I first got Stone, just because I wanted to start training him and desensitizing him to it. I'm used to working with horses, and so for me, I'm used to just doing things that are odd and out of the blue and may never come up, but it's better safe than sorry, right? So I've got these, and it still has a price tag on it and everything. He has worn them for training purposes. He's never actually worn them for like working in hot or cold weather, because we haven't had weather that's needed it really. And then again, like I said, my trainer that I work with, professional trainer, says that it's not necessarily necessary for what we do. We're in and out really quick. He's going to be exposed to these things, so he'll kind of be used to it. She said basically just kind of watch for if there's any kind of you know, like if anything starts to go wrong with his feet, then yeah, go ahead, go to do it, you know. But this is what these little boots look like. And I actually, in here, put a pair of socks. They're like children's socks. And I put those on just to help slide his feet into them easier. So those are that. There's that. That was weird. The other thing I have is this Musher's Secret. And I saw this a lot on Instagram, which is why I got it. And they had it on Chewy. So I went ahead and bought it with my order of food. Again, not sponsored. And this is just like an ointment stuff that goes on their paws, and it helps protect them against like ice melt, the hot asphalt, things like that. We haven't used it yet, so it's still sealed. Maybe we might try that this winter just to see how he likes it. Next up, we'll do clickers. So I have a click stick, which telescopes out pretty long. My trainer recommended this because we are trying to work on target training stone. That way, when I ask him to do things like turn off lights or press buttons or do different things like that, that he can actually not scratch me up when he's doing it, when he's first learning. Because what I found is that he would jump up and really dig at my hand, and then after a few times, it was just so sore and irritated and red and blistered, like that it just was uncomfortable, so it didn't make me want to train. So got one of these, and Stone is clicker trained, so he knows that the click means that he gets a reward. So we've got this. We've just started training with this. If you guys would like to see a video on it, let me know. The other clicker we have is this one here, and it's got a little loop for your finger. And then again, it's a pretty quiet clicker. This one's a pretty quiet clicker. The other clicker, just a second here, oops, that we have, which moves us into our next few items, is, oops, hold on. This clicker here, and I have this little I love tacos doohickey on it here. And see, he knows he's gonna get a treat. If I, good boy, yes. Good boy. So I just pulled that out of my treat pouch, which is usually where this is connected, this clicker. I don't want to show you guys the back side of it because I haven't actually talked to my trainer yet on whether or not she's okay with me talking about her business. So I don't want to try to show you that, but she's the one that gave me this clicker. So leave him alone. So here. Here. Come here. You're such a punk. He's such a punk, guys. Oh, he's gonna mess everything up. Okay, so anyways, clicker, I usually have it attached to my treat bag. My treat bag is, let's see, the Pet Safe brand. And it opens up, it's got like a nice little pouch here. Holds quite a bit of treats. I usually will go through half of this probably in a good training session, like a day-long training session, maybe the entire bag depending on what we're working on. So if we're working on something particularly spooky, then that's what we'll go through, a lot of treats, just because I'm trying to really build that drive to keep going, even if it's a little scary, and that knowing that I'm going to be there for him as much as he's going to be there for me. I also, like I said, carry poop bags everywhere. Okay, sit. Okay, well, he's gonna lay down, but that's okay because that was the next command, so he knows me pretty well. The other treat bag I have, oh, let me back up. This one, the only problem I have with this one is it had a little belt buckle clip, and I got it snagged one day and it snapped it right off, and so I kind of missed that because now I have to wear it like a fanny pack, which is okay, but it was so much easier when I could just clip it on and pull it off, and you know, rather than having to like unbuckle everything, like when you have to use the restroom or something. It's like a belt basically, so it's kind of a pain. This is my other treat bag, and I have no idea what brand it is or where I even got it. The thing I didn't like about this one was that it has the cinch type pocket, and so when you go to fetch your treats out, you have to either have it open or you have to deal with this drawstring. You can't just go boop boop, you know. So there's that. Let's see what I'm just gonna show you like a big bundle of crap real quick. So a few things that I have is, I told you guys I've got got a little bit of a problem here. So this one here is actually, I should have put it together. I don't know why I didn't. It is a Gentle Leader. It's actually by the Gentle Leader brand. And when I first got Stone, I went ahead and picked one of these up because I had seen them used a lot on Instagram. However, in other service dog videos on YouTube. However, Stone doesn't actually like this. He does not like the feeling of it being wrapped around his nose. Stone is a rescue dog. He came from a kill shelter in Texas, and oh boy, here he goes again. He came from a kill shelter in Texas, and we actually picked him up from a rescue in Colorado called Mamco. They actually, out of it. They actually went down, picked him up to rescue him, brought him up. That's like a whole story time deal, but anyways, I got him in Colorado. We went to like PetSmart or Petco. I think it was Petco. Either way, picked up this. He hates it. We never use it, but I carry it just in case because it does keep him from pulling. Hey, go lay down. Yep. Boy. Yes. Okay. Next, let's see here. I have collars. So I'm not going to show you all the collars because I think everybody knows at this point what a collar is, or at least has a general concept of a collar, I guess, how I want to say that. Please stop. Or at least has a general concept of what a collar is. So this is just a assortment of collars. We've got martingale. We did have a choke chain. I will be honest, I got this because the first trainer I was working with had suggested it, but we found that he would just choke himself out on it. I didn't like it. It's not my style. I was worried about his trachea and what could happen with how he pulls, and I just kind of moved away from that, but I still have it like in my stockpile just in case. Got reflective collars. I've got light up collars for the dark. I guess that makes sense. He is also wearing a prong collar, which you can see I've demonstrated in another video. It is what it is. The other collar that I have, which we don't use as much anymore, is the E-collar. And I know these are very controversial as well. However, Stone, when we first got him, had a big problem with his recall and running away, and he was getting himself into kind of dangerous situations. The other situations that we ran into were him chasing cats, which wasn't allowed. And so we use this as a deterrent because this one in particular comes with a positive tone, a negative tone, and a shock. And you can set it to whatever 1 through 8 for shock level. Usually ours is on a 2. He responds very easily to just the slightest bit of anything. But what we found is after using the negative tone and associating it with bad dog type of thing, that he actually picked up the negative tone was bad, so I could just hit the negative tone. I wouldn't even have to use any shock feature or anything like that. And he would stop doing what he was doing. Sometimes you could even just jingle it and he'll stop because he knows like that means bad news. Like, don't do that. Mom doesn't like it. Or dad. Just depends. Okay, let's move on to the next thing here, which, again, I'm not going to show you, I'm not going to show you everything, but this tote here is, well, let me grab a couple items out here, is basically all full of pull straps, leashes, harnesses. This is just a harness that I got on the, like, the clearance rack at Petco or whatever, same time I picked up Stone. There is, I have a pair of boots in here. Those aren't his. But like I said, lots of leashes. For a while there, I was really into doing paracord crafts. And so I made a crap ton of leashes. So I had a little bit of everything. I have bright colors, fun colors, colors that match different gear. And so it just all kind of goes in here. I also have the line that I used for recalls when we worked on recalls after he broke my finger. Let me know if you'd like to hear a little bit of a story about that. And then, of course, just an extra bowl. These we usually carry with us, but I threw them in here because I didn't want to try to dig through the bag for them. These are deodorizing dog wipes. I don't use them often, but every once in a while I will, just to like clean up, like if he has eye boogers or things like that, or if by chance he gets smelly, like if it's rained and he gets wet, I will wipe him down. He did have a raincoat, however, he has outgrown it, so it's useless now. Stone. Stone would also like you to see his ball that he has. That's what he's chewing on. We're gonna take that away for right now because it's a little distracting. Also treats. I usually carry treats in our travel bag, and he gets treats all the time. Just because he's still in training. He is a year old as of September, so he still has about another year and a half of training, probably for minimum, plus the upkeep. And really, I'm not mad at that at all. I think that he's doing really well where he's at now, especially with our new trainer. She's really helped, he's trying to get to his stuff. She's really helped us progress quite quickly. The next thing I will show you is his jacket, which just happens to match my couch background right now. But this is his jacket, and oops, it has a can't even think of the name of it, guys. Velcro. A Velcro tummy that actually goes on both sides. Now this is open. This is open because he was actually wearing this morning when we went out, because it actually snowed a couple days ago and there's still snow on the ground. He didn't, my trainer again says he doesn't necessarily need this. It's up to me. I chose to have it because we had to go to the hospital this morning, and the hospital tends to be kind of cold, and I've noticed that when we go there, he tends to get a little more chilled. So I figured this would be good to take, and I could always take it off if need be. Let's see, I know this has a brand on it somewhere. I saw it the other day, and I was going to tell you guys. I got it at Murdoch's. Oh, there it is. Ultra Paws gear for dogs. So, got it at Murdoch's. It was reasonably priced. Stone doesn't mind it. I like it. Next is just a couple random items. I'm sorry if the camera shakes, guys. Stone is bumping it because he's trying to get to his ball still. Stone. Come on, baby. Lay down. Good boy. So this bag is legitimately just a bag that I'm going to throw a bunch of stuff in, because that's kind of where I keep all my extras that aren't hanging up that I don't use frequently. So to start with, when I first got Stone, I made him some training capes, and they're not great, they're really shoddy, but they did the job for getting him used to something being on him. This one in particular is a tie-on with a clip at the bottom. Around the girth, I guess is what I want to say. So had that one, and then we have, oh, where'd it go? Oh, his red training cape, and again, just something that I made, threw together to get him used to capes and harnesses and different things like that being wrapped around him. Also things that are kind of scary, because if the wind blows, they flap, they make noise, they do different things. So it's something for him to see and understand. I need to speed this up a little bit. Next homemade item, which didn't turn out so great, so I'm not sure why I'm showing you, but I kind of like it at the same time, is a cape that connects to a harness. And I made this myself. The issue is I cut the strap on the other side too short, so I actually have to attach a new longer strap. Stone, up here. Down. Stay. Good boy. So this is an Adventure Time one. I'm so excited. My grandma actually picked up this fabric for me because I couldn't find it at any of our local stores. I shouldn't say local. We have no Joann's, just so you know. Our nearest one is about an hour and a half, 2 hours away. And so I checked them out. I checked online. I couldn't get it online. You had to buy it in store. So my grandma actually got this in California. And when she came to visit, she brought it up to me. And this is what I've made out of it so far. I still have plans to make other things. Just haven't gotten that far yet. Next up is, I'm going to save the best ones for last. Oh, how about some accessories? Let's do accessories real quick. Cute little bow tie, not bow tie, tie. He does have bow ties, which I don't currently have with me, so I can't show you, but it's cute. I'll try to get some pictures of him in it and try to put them in somewhere, or maybe post them to our Instagram. You'll have to check it out. Then we've got his birthday pup bandana, and he wore this for his first birthday, and I'm hoping to keep it in nice enough condition that he can keep wearing it each birthday that he has. Then just a bandana that I made out of a fabric that I was really into. And then my most recent bandana I picked up. Now we have several bandanas. I'm not going to show you them all. Let's be real, bandanas look like bandanas. There is a really cute wagon tails. They're on Instagram. If you check out my service dog page, you'll see their link to it. They make cute little bow ties, cute little bandanas. And those are the ones that I can't find right now. But I bought an American flag one from them, and I just bought this cute little tie-dye bow from them. And so I have a code for there if you'd like to use it. But my most recent purchase, which was just at Walmart, starting to sound like I'm a Walmart sponsor, but that's just what we have in our town. But I found in Deadpool. I'm so in love with it. So we wore a Deadpool matching one day. I had my Deadpool shirt, my Deadpool bandana, his Deadpool bandana. It was cute. Next up for accessories are, this is our backpack for if we were going to go like on a longer walk where I need him to carry water for me or something. Shh. Sorry guys. Stone, get up here. Down. Down. Stay. Anyways. Is this backpack? It's by, who is it by? Outward Hound. Jeez. I put, I guess you can kind of see it on the outside. Anyways, I put Velcro over it so that I could attach his patches. Has this handle here. This is just a little bag that I clipped to it that I could put like medication in. It doesn't normally go on this, but I didn't want to lose it. They have really, really decent sized pockets. And of course there's like stuff in here already, but I mean, they're big pockets. I liked it. I was able to put 2 bottles of water on him, plus our emergency meds, our emergency list, and he had no issues carrying it. Didn't make him overly hot. It's got a nice breathable mesh on the top panel, and it worked very well. It fits him very nicely. Let's see here. I will show you patches now that I have. Black Sheep Club, Anxious Since Birth, I'd Rather Be Alone, Hello, I'm Doing My Best, Touch Me and Die, Service Dog in Training, Please Ask to Pet. Now these are not all my patches, these ones are not on my vest currently. I did have the Please Ask to Pet, but now we've moved into a phase where I'm trying to wean people off of touching him and more of him focusing just solely on me. That being said, I'm not overly like, if somebody touches him, because I do want him to realize that if somebody touches him, that he needs to focus back on me if I ask, and also that if they pet him and they walk away, that he needs to regain his focus on me and forget and pretend like it never happened. So that's kind of why I'm a little more lenient if you catch me out in the community. I would appreciate it if people didn't just walk up and touch my dog. I think that's rude for any dog, whether it's a service dog or not. Like my dog, Lucy, she is very skittish and scared. She's a rescue dog as well. She had been abused. She is just very jumpy. So if somebody were to come up and do that to me, if I was walking her down the street, there's a good chance that they could be putting themselves in danger. And or putting my dog in danger, because if she's spooked, she might run to the end of her, her leash and hurt herself there. She could, maybe startle. I could lose my grip. With my medical conditions, it's possible that I may not be able to have the dexterity to hold on as tight as I need to in that situation. So if you're watching this and you're not a dog owner, or you are a dog owner and you didn't know, you should always ask before you touch an animal, but if it's a service dog, you really shouldn't even ask to do that. So moving on now to my favorite stuff, or the more important stuff, the fun stuff. I don't know. I have this vest here, and this is from Blissful Canines. Lost me for a minute. It's my Galaxy vest with an extended panel for patches, because as you see, I'm already kind of a patchaholic. I really liked it. It looks really small in comparison to what my dog looks like, but it actually fits in very nicely. We haven't been working in this just simply because he grew into another vest that I'm really into as well. This was a very good price. It's handmade. Again, Blissful Canines. She's on Instagram, and I think she has a Facebook, but I have her on Instagram. That's kind of where I'm more active with my service dog stuff. I find that the community there is just a little more friendly than the Facebook community. I don't know, not all groups are bad on Facebook. There's a couple good ones that I would recommend, but they can also get really nasty. Not them, but others. Anyways, point being, love that. So that was our first one that we got. The second one that we picked up, which has a few more patches on it, is this one here, and this is what I was talking about size-wise. Makes it kind of, I guess they look almost about the same when you hold them up there, but this one is actually significantly bigger. It's also a slightly different shape. This one here is made by Black Onyx Gear, and this is her little tag here. It's pretty cute. She's got some new ones, I think, but when this one was made, that's what she had. And it's all the way extended out just to make it easier to kind of hold up and show for you guys. Let me get that out of the way. Should have taken that off. So this tag actually came separately, so I'll explain that in just a minute. She did put lots of Velcro on it for me because, again, the patches. So I've got one of my favorite patches here, which came from an Etsy shop. If you'd like to know which one, I will gladly find it and link it. And then there is his Instagram handle. And then our Not All Disabilities Are Visible patch, which is one of my favorites. And I think it kind of makes people think when they look at it, because they see me out there, makeup on, and I might be having a good day, I might be having a bad day, but people just assume that I'm okay and that I shouldn't be that I shouldn't have a service dog, or that I shouldn't be parking in a parking in a handicapped parking space, or just things like that. And that's not the case. I do have disabilities, and which my dog mitigates. That's kind of been established already, I think. And I do have a handicap placard. I am legally allowed to park there. So the next thing I have is on the vest, and I have another tag, but it's on my purse right now because of what I'm about to show you in a minute. But on this is actually where I put my ice information in case of emergency, because I do not have one of those patches yet. It's on my bucket list, or bucket list isn't right, my wish list. It's on my wish list to get a in case of emergency patch. That way they know where to find my information, because I do carry it in these. The nice thing with this vest, I'm gonna kind of lay it down for a second just to make it a little easier on myself, is they have nice big pockets. In comparison to the other one, I can store a lot more, so my med bottles can fit in there a lot easier. This one is a comic word fabric, and it's very heavy duty, so I really like this one especially when it's cold, because it does help keep him warmer if I don't want to put the jacket on him, so like that kind of in-between temperature. And it also has 3 pouches. So in my lower pouch here, this one here is where I keep his cards. Now, they're not service dog cards like the fake service dog registry cards. I want to put that out there real quick. They are actually, in case people stop to ask us questions, I'll see if I can kind of get that to focus or not. We'll see. You guys might not be able to read it, but you kind of get the gist of it. This artwork was done specifically for me, based on stone, by Jellomut. She has another Instagram for her service dog, and then on the back it has the ADA laws, how to find out more, what you're allowed to ask, what you're not. Really handy. And those are just like if I want to give people more information, if they're interested in finding out more, or if they want to talk about it and I just don't have the time. And then the other card that I wanted to show you, which is kind of funny because this was not planned at all, but it's still in there, is my Black Onyx Gear card. So this gives you an idea of hers, and she had this stuff done, I believe by the same person. It's the same artwork style and everything. And she's, you know, got her little disclaimer on the back. Speaking of which, if you haven't seen our disclaimer video, please go check it out. Moving on. This is awesome. Thank you, Stacy. I love it so much. Stacy is the shop owner, in case you didn't know. Next up, and it's kind of broken down because we had this on stone this morning as well, over his jacket, and that is his Y front harness from Black Onyx Gear. Now, I bought this secondhand, so it actually came from another service dog team that had bought it. It fit their dog. Their dog grew out of it because it was a puppy, and so now it doesn't fit them correctly, so they sold it to me, and now I'm using it on stone. Now, boy dogs, girl dogs can wear any color. I would prefer if I had one of these and say red and black or a bright color or something like that, but the purple is absolutely beautiful. The colors that I don't know if this was a pre-made or if this was a custom. I didn't ask, but either way, the colors are beautiful together. The silver gray with this light purple and dark purple, very beautiful. Mine has the pull strap as well as a counterbalance handle, and it's you know, flexible so that it doesn't harm stone. He hasn't really learned the full counterbalance. Gosh, I'm really tongue-tied, guys. He hasn't really learned the counterbalance deal yet. He's starting to figure it out, but this is why we use it, is because we're training with it. He's still young and growing, so we don't put any, I keep saying I don't put any weight on his back or shoulders or anything like that, because I want him to grow completely, and I want him to see the vet and make sure everything is closed up like it needs to be before he starts doing a little bit more of the heavier weight things. Now, he is only built for lightweight mobility for somebody my size. So he's about 23 and a half tall, and he weighs approximately 45 pounds. So he's still small, but he's still growing. I can tell as he kind of like bulks up and then he thins out, bulks up, thins out. But as he does this, he kind of grows at the same time. Back to the gear, sorry. So this is our Y front harness, and it would go through this part here and wrap around his girth. And then we just got these patches off of the internet that says service dog in training, do not touch. Now, I could tell you that I've been using these for a couple weeks now, and this has not stopped but maybe one person from touching my dog. Several people have looked at it, said, oh, those are nice patches, and touched my dog. Do not touch. Again, this goes for any dog. If you don't know the dog, don't just go up and touch the dog. You don't know anything about it. You don't know what it has. And if you have animals at home, you could potentially be spreading something from that dog to your dog simply by touching it. So just kind of sharing that. Love this. It's been great. It's held up great. Very sturdy, well made. Just happy with it. Again, thank you, Stacy, because Stacy at Black Onyx Gear, she's so, she's amazing. I can talk to her easily. You can order anything you want, pretty much, within reason, obviously, what she makes. And she will just work with you. And she spent forever, guys, I mean, not even kidding. She spent, I think it was like an hour or two in the store going through fabrics and holding them up and sending me pictures of them for me to pick out the fabric for this. And it was good training for her dog as well. Onyx is her dog. But still, it was a lot, and most places they're like, this is what I have for fabric, you either like it or you don't. With her and Blissful Canines, they were both very accommodating. Just helped me tremendously on picking gear that is held up pretty well. Just had one minor repair, actually two minor repairs that were one was my fault and the other one was just kind of like a glitch type of thing, and fixed, not a big deal. Definitely worth the cost of them. And the same with this. Like, I haven't had to do anything with this. I plan on ordering another one from her eventually when I have money, or if maybe my husband or somebody wants to buy me one, hint hint, I will gladly put the order in and handle all of that. I'd like to get a red and black one. I would like to have a bright colored one, like maybe like a neon colors. And I don't know, I'm just kind of a gearaholic already. It's the same way with my horses. Well, my horse, like, I like to kind of dress them up. And yeah, so I think that's it for our gear haul. I'm not gonna show you because I think you guys kind of understand this, but I do have a dog bed and a dog cot. The dog bed will travel with me. It folds up really nicely. We use it for his place command. I also have the dog cot, and that's more for when it gets warmer, but we've been using it in our house because it actually works. I'm looking at it, so that's why I keep kind of looking off at it. It works well that we can slide a toy bin under it, and so he knows how to pull it out and get his toys out. He doesn't know how to pick them up and put them away yet. I hope to teach him to do that. I saw Jackie from Chronically Jackie, that her dog will pick up her toys, and I was like, that needs to happen. So that's something I plan to work on, along with some of those other things. We're working on tasking first, and then we'll work on that. If you'd like to see more videos or more in-depth videos about things or have me review. Alright guys, so that's it. So please be sure to let me know if there's things you'd like to see, like me to review. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, anything like that, leave them down below, or hit me up on my Instagram at ServiceDogStone or at Poland Vlogs. And we'll be sure to make some more videos for you guys. I really enjoyed this. Again, please subscribe, share this video. Love you guys. Bye! Alright guys, I'm adding this last little bit in as a blooper, so if you stuck around, here you go. Stone. Alright guys, well that's it. Thank you for joining us on our gear haul today. Stone wants to thank you guys for liking, commenting, and subscribing, right? Yes? The good boy. So please be sure to like, comment, subscribe down below. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, please share them down below as well. And we look forward to making more videos for you. Let us know what you'd like to see. Bye guys!